a lock on my gate. So I don't think that you should have people in your house, nor that you should have a person of the opposite sex in your house, especially late at night. And I don't think you need to be going to their house. I think daytime, we out when the sun is out. We are in separate locations when the sun is out. It was not out. That's just even on a friendship basis. And once we've established that you're not all the way crazy and you're not wanted by the police and you don't already have a family with children, and a whole wife and all that jazz, then I've proven to you that I'm the same because I think it's a two-way street. Then we can move on to the next level. And I still think you have to have boundaries for that. You can't, yeah, you need to be careful, right? Because how many times have you found yourself in a situation where you had to say no with some pressure or with some sternness? And I just think if you set a boundary and don't even put yourself in certain situations, then you don't have to deal with it. So I'd rather not have to push a guy up off of me, even though I might be liking what's happening. So I'd rather not have to do that. So I won't even put myself in that situation. I'm not even going to go and be just the two of us in the dark under a blanket, pretending like we about to watch this movie. Like, I think that's stupid. It's dumb. Why are we even playing this mind game? So boundaries are set for your protection and for that person's protection. And I think we're so hesitant as men and women because I do believe men need to have boundaries as well. There are plenty of men out there who have high standards and who also have lowered or abandoned those standards because they came across a woman who was exteriorly, is that a word? Attractive. They looked really good on the outside. They had everything that they liked. They were beautiful. And they were dressed in a short shirt and a short skirt and high heels. And they liked to bend over a lot. So you have, the guy adjusted his standards for the night for an immediate reward, which sometimes can end up being a lifelong punishment. So I think it goes both ways. So to wrap it up or bring it back around full circle, you have a house, you build a fence, you lock the gate. You have a heart, a mind, a soul, a spirit, an emotion, a feeling. You protect it by setting standards and by creating boundaries. So basically, you're a castle. You need to build a moat with the drop down bridge where you control where people and which people get access and how much access and when they get access and when you deny access to your home, which is ultimately your heart. And can I just say, if you don't uphold your own standards, you can't expect anybody else to. If you don't respect your own boundaries, you can't expect anybody else to. Because so many times we say, this is what we want, this is what we expect, this is what we will receive or not receive as an option. And then we go out and the first thing that presents themselves to us is what we take. We have no patience and we have no real value of ourselves. Because if you really knew what your value was, you would wait until it presents itself. And the same thing with boundaries. If you don't respect your own boundaries, if you're constantly reneging on everything you said, then nobody else is going to respect your boundaries. They're not going to trust that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. And that is so important for this entire thing to work. And it comes out. Your true feelings, your true beliefs, your true standards, and your true boundaries are revealed through your actions. So you can't just talk a good talk. You have to actually believe what you're saying and then put it into practice. So if you don't uphold your own standards, then you're fooling yourself if you think everybody else is going to. And if you don't respect the boundaries that you set and you're constantly bending them, breaking them, setting them to the side, and completely ignoring them, then how can you expect anybody else to find your boundaries and follow them? Now, I feel like I'm a well-rounded person, so I always like to look at it from the other side as well. If you are someone who considers yourself to be respectable and honorable and a respecter of other people, if you come across somebody who clearly is unaware of their self-worth, but you know what their worth should be, you have a responsibility to treat that person and uphold that person to the self-worth that they deserve and not just what they're willing to take. You do not get a free pass. You do not get to pass go, collect $200, or grab the cookies out the cookie jar just because that person is currently unaware that they are valuable, they are unique, they are special, and they are worthy. You don't get to supersede that just because they don't know it. It's now your responsibility as a decent human being to show them through your actions what they should be expecting, and then challenge them to rise to the occasion. So many times we take advantage of people, and this is not just men to women, this is also women to men, women to women, men to men. We are selfish people, and we take advantage of other people's weaknesses or lack of knowledge, and that is also not okay. You have to think about, if you were in their shoes, how would you want somebody to treat you? How would you want somebody to respect you, to serve you, to show you? Would you be okay with them saying, I knew you were worth more, but since you didn't know it, I just took what I could get? Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with somebody doing that to one of your family and loved ones? We always make the excuse when it's somebody that we don't know or somebody that we don't have a close tie to, that it's okay to treat them any kind of way. But if it was you or somebody you do have love and adoration for, you're ready to fight. You might even be ready to kill. And so you need to put that same level of love, that same level of energy and protection towards that person you don't know. Because the truth of the matter is, you never know who they are, who they might become, and how what you're doing now might not only affect them, but affect you in the future. And just the basics, we're all humans. We were all born into this world. We were all given the same things, but we all, at the end of the day, want and deserve the same thing, and that's love and respect. And so you need to give that. And how awesome are you if you can love on somebody who doesn't know they deserve to be loved? How awesome are you if you could be a part of their healing, a part of their testimony, to say, even when I didn't, that person did. And they showed me who I am and what I deserve. And now I'm going to pay it forward. So guys and girls, just remember, the Bible says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I say, treat people better than you expect to be treated. And that way, everybody wins. Thank you so much for listening to the I Just Want to Know podcast. Please let me know your thoughts on building a fence around your house and locking a gate. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm too old-fashioned? Do you think I'm jealous? I'm just a hater? Or could I possibly be onto something here? I just want to know.